The federal election is just days away, and here in the Vernon-Lake Country-Monashee riding, there's 4 candidates vying for a seat in Ottawa. Anna Warwick-Sears for the Liberal Party, Scott Anderson for the Conservative Party, Blair Vischer for the Green Party, and Leah Main for the NDP Party. Ahead of the federal election, Castanet News sat down with each candidate. This week, to help any undecided voters, we're sharing what each MP hopeful had to say about various issues. Today, we look at what each candidate thinks the Fed should do about the trade war with the states.
Yeah, this is part of the thing that also is really enraging and motivating. I mean, we are in the middle of an affordability crisis all across Canada. We've really been struggling with it. And now we're having this trade war thrust on us in order to bring us into submission through economic means. I think that the federal government needs to use whatever tools they have to stand up to Donald Trump and allow us to have other trading partners. I love the movement to remove interprovincial trade barriers. That is long overdue, and I'm really glad that this has motivated that. I think that we definitely need to look internationally at what new partnerships could be. There are people around the world who I'm sure would love to do more business with Canada. Those are the things that I would start to focus on, or I would hope that the federal government would really start to focus on it. And in many ways, Mark Carney has begun to do that since he started.
Well, we can't control what the United States does. What we can control is how we react and how we work on our economy. And that's what we really want to do, is open up our economy to get people back to work and allow them to get ahead instead of just struggling in this economy. Again, we can't control what's coming from the States. We can only control what we do. Opening up resource development, building pipelines to the coast is certainly a step in the way of making Canada independent, economically independent. That seems to be what's going on right now. That's what we're going to achieve for Canada.
Yeah, I love that immediately Elizabeth May was very strongly against Donald Trump. She came out right away and said, absolutely not, and I really stand by that. And I think all Canadians, we're seeing this feeling of unity where we know that we are Canadian. We're not going to sit down and just take bullying. And also we have so many resources here. So we really can focus on keeping our resources here for Canadians. The Green Party has come up with an idea to have resource stay here, so we buy it ourselves and create a reservoir of supply and then sell it when the price is higher, which Quebec already does for maple syrup. And so ideas like that are really for Canadians to protect our income and protect our resources for ourselves, I think is really important right now. And I think that our hearts go out to our American neighbors. I think a lot of them are also really struggling. We've always been very close partners and allies, so this is a really big shock. It's really disheartening, and I think all that we can do is band together as Canadians.
The Feds should be pushing back at the United States because this is an economic war. We should also be establishing and nurturing trading relationships and defense relationships and cultural relationships with other countries worldwide: South America, Africa, Europe, Asia. Those are important markets and important relationships that we need to have, and that we need to pay more attention to them and less attention to keeping those trading relationships with the United States, which has proven itself, unfortunately for their people as well as our people, to not be a trusted and trustworthy partner.
Tomorrow, we'll take a look at what each candidate thinks the federal government can do to help the economy. For Castanet, I'm Chelsea Mutter in Vernon.